The Story of an Unfortunate Mother. Chapter 1. A Hard Beginning. There was once a woman named Maya who lived in a small village. She was known for her kindness and gentle smile. Even when life was hard, she greeted people warmly. Maya had grown up poor. Her father was a farmer, and her mother worked from morning until night to feed the children. Maya learned very young that life was not easy, but she also believed that love could make any pain lighter. When Maya was 18, her parents arranged her marriage with a man named Raghav. He was from the same village, tall and strong, and everyone believed he would take care of her. At first, Maya too had hope. She thought marriage would bring her happiness, a new family, and maybe a better life. But soon, her dreams began to break. Raghav was not a kind man. He worked hard in the fields, but he drank at night and often returned home angry. If Maya spoke softly to him, he shouted. If she stayed quiet, he still shouted. Nothing seemed to please him. Still, Maya endured, believing that patience would one day win him over. After a year of marriage, Maya gave birth to her first child, a little girl named Anjali. Holding her baby in her arms, Maya felt for the first time that her life had true meaning. She promised herself that no matter how hard her own life was, she would give her child love, education, and care. But fate was not kind to Maya. Chapter 2. Struggles of Motherhood. Raghav was unhappy when Anjali was born. He wanted a son. "A daughter is a burden," he said coldly. "Who will earn money for us when she grows?" Maya's heart broke at those words. She kissed her baby and whispered, "You are not a burden, my child. You are my blessing." 2 years later, Maya gave birth again, this time to a boy, Arjun. Raghav was finally satisfied, but his behavior did not change. He spent more money on alcohol, leaving Maya to manage the house with almost nothing. She often skipped meals so her children could eat. Maya worked endlessly. She cooked, cleaned, washed clothes, and even helped Raghav in the fields. At night, when the children were asleep, she sat by the small oil lamp and stitched clothes for neighbors to earn a little extra money. Her fingers bled from the needle, but she kept working. She never complained. But the village women noticed. Some pitied her. Others whispered, "Poor Maya. Her life is nothing but suffering." Maya didn't mind their whispers. All she cared about were her children. She wanted them to go to school, to learn, to escape the cycle of poverty. She dreamed of a better life for them, even if she herself could never have it. Chapter 3. A Mother's Sacrifice. As the years passed, Maya's struggles grew heavier. Raghav's drinking worsened. Sometimes he sold the grains from their farm to buy alcohol, leaving nothing for the family to eat. When Maya tried to stop him, he raised his hand against her. The children saw it all. Anjali, though still young, often tried to protect her mother. she would stand between them and say, "Don't hurt her, Papa." Her little voice made Maya cry silently at night. No mother wanted her child to see such cruelty. Despite all this, Maya kept her promise. She worked harder than ever to send both children to school. She sold her jewelry, one piece at a time, to pay for their books and fees. She wore old clothes so her children could wear neat uniforms. She never let them feel the full weight of her suffering. "Study well," she told them every morning. "One day you will fly out of this cage. Don't look back. Just remember that your mother always believed in you." The children listened. Anjali grew into a bright student who loved reading, while Arjun showed talent in mathematics. Teachers praised them often, saying, "Maya, your children will make you proud." Those words were like medicine for her tired heart. Chapter 4. The Storm of Life. But life is cruel to those who already suffer. One year, heavy rains destroyed the crops. Raghav grew angrier, blaming Maya for his misfortunes. He left the house for days, drinking in nearby towns. Maya had no money, no food, and 2 children looking at her with hungry eyes. She borrowed rice from neighbors, worked in their fields, and carried heavy loads on her back. Her health began to weaken, but she pushed on. Then came another blow. Raghav fell sick from his drinking habits. The doctor said his liver was badly damaged. Maya spent sleepless nights caring for him, though he had never cared for her. She took him to the hospital, sold the last of her jewelry for his medicines, and even borrowed money. But instead of thanking her, Raghav cursed her. "You brought me bad luck. If I die, it's because of you," he spat. Maya held back her tears. She thought only of her children. If their father dies, they will suffer more. "I must save him," she told herself. Sadly, nothing could save him. After months of illness, Raghav passed away, leaving Maya widowed at 35, with 2 young children and a mountain of debt. Chapter 5. Widowhood and Struggle. In her village, widows were often treated with pity or disrespect. Some people told her, "You should remarry. How will you raise 2 children alone?" Others said cruel things behind her back. But Maya ignored them. "My children are my life. I will raise them with my own hands," she said firmly. Her days became even harder. She worked from sunrise to sunset. She washed clothes in many houses, cooked for others, and cleaned floors just to earn enough to buy rice and pay school fees. Sometimes she fainted from hunger while working because she gave her food to her children. When Anjali and Arjun noticed, they cried, "Ma, please eat." But Maya only smiled and said, "I am full when I see you eat." Years passed in this way. Maya's face grew thin, her hands rough, her body tired, but her spirit remained unbroken. Chapter 6. The Growing Children. Anjali and Arjun were growing fast. Anjali was now in high school, and Arjun was in middle school. They both understood how much their mother was suffering. Anjali often said, "Ma, I don't need new clothes. Save the money for Arjun's books." And Arjun would argue, "No, Ma, spend it on Anjali. She studies more." Maya would smile at their words, but deep inside she felt guilty. She wanted to give them everything: new clothes, good food, even small joys like sweets. But her pockets were always empty. At night, when the children were asleep, Maya cried silently. She asked God, "Why must my children suffer because of me? Haven't they already seen enough pain?" But every morning, she wiped her tears, tied her hair, and went back to work. She believed one day all her sacrifices would bear fruit. Chapter 7: The First Success. Finally, a ray of hope came. Anjali passed her high school exams with top marks. The whole village was surprised. People said, "Maya's daughter is the best student in the district." The school principal even called Maya and said, "Your daughter deserves to study in the city. She has a bright future." Maya's heart filled with joy, but also fear. How could she afford city education? The fees, the hostel, the books, all were too expensive. That night, Maya could not sleep. She looked at her daughter's sleeping face and whispered, "I want you to fly, my child. But how can I give you wings when my hands are so empty?" The next day, Maya made a painful decision. She sold a piece of land that had belonged to her parents. It was the last thing she had. With that money, she sent Anjali to the city for college. Anjali cried when she left. "Ma, I will never forget your sacrifices. I promise one day I will take care of you." Maya hugged her tightly. "Don't think of me. Just study well. That will be my greatest reward." Chapter 8: A Mother Alone. With Anjali gone to the city, the house felt empty. Only Arjun remained with Maya. He too worked hard at school, but he also helped his mother with small jobs. Sometimes he would bring home a little money he earned by tutoring younger children. He always gave it to Maya, saying, "Keep this, Ma. Buy something for yourself." But Maya never used the money for herself. She saved every coin for her children's future. Loneliness often crept into her heart. At night, she sat by the door, staring at the road, wishing to see Anjali return. The neighbors pitied her, but Maya never complained. Chapter 9: Trouble in the City. Life in the city was not easy for Anjali. She was a brilliant student, but she faced many struggles. Some classmates mocked her poor clothes. She often went hungry because she wanted to save the hostel money her mother sent. Many nights she cried into her pillow, missing her mother's comforting hand. But she never told Maya about her pain. Instead, in her letters, she always wrote, "Ma, I am studying well. Don't worry about me. One day, I will make you proud." Maya kept those letters carefully, reading them again and again whenever she felt weak. Chapter 10: Arjun's Dream. Arjun, too, had big dreams. He wanted to become an engineer. His teachers encouraged him, saying, "You are talented, Arjun. With hard work, you will go far." But Maya knew she could not afford to send both children for higher studies. Still, she never told them this fear. She only said, "Work hard, my son. God will open a way." Arjun studied late into the night, sometimes by candlelight, when there was no electricity. Maya would watch him and whisper to herself, "May God give him the success that life denied me." Chapter 11. The Darkest Day. One winter morning, Maya collapsed while working at a rich man's house. Her body had grown too weak from years of hunger and labor. She was taken to the hospital, where the doctor said, "She is severely ill. She needs rest, good food, and treatment." But Maya had no money for treatment. She returned home, hiding her pain from her children. When Anjali came to visit during vacation, she saw her mother's condition and cried, "Ma, why didn't you tell me? You always hide your suffering." Maya smiled weakly. "I didn't want to trouble you. You must focus on your studies." That night, Anjali held her mother's hand and whispered, "Ma, I swear, I will work, I will earn, I will give you a good life. Just hold on a little longer." Chapter 12. A Mother's Last Sacrifice. Anjali soon began working part-time while studying. She sent small amounts of money home, telling Arjun to buy medicines for their mother. Arjun also worked after school to help. Maya, however, often gave up her medicines so that her children could have more. She thought, "If I must choose between my life and their future, I will always choose them." Her health continued to decline, but she never stopped smiling at her children. She never wanted them to feel guilty. Chapter 13. The End of the Journey. One night, Maya grew very weak. She called her children close and whispered, "My dear Anjali and Arjun, you are my pride, my joy, my everything. Life was cruel to me, but you gave me strength. Promise me you will never give up, no matter how hard life gets." Both children cried, holding her hands. "Ma, don't leave us. We still need you." Maya kissed their foreheads with trembling lips. "I will always be with you, in your hearts. Be strong." That night, Maya closed her eyes for the last time. Chapter 14. A Mother's Legacy. The news of Maya's death spread through the village. Everyone came to pay respect to the woman who had lived a life of sacrifice. Some wept. Some whispered she was unfortunate, but she was also the bravest mother we ever knew. Anjali and Arjun, though broken with grief, held each other's hands. They remembered their mother's words and decided to live with courage. Anjali became a teacher, inspiring hundreds of students. Arjun worked hard and became an engineer. Both of them often said, "Whatever we are today, it's because of our mother's sacrifices." Though Maya's life was full of pain, her love became the light that guided her children to success.